Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a junior here at LIU Post, and this is my page one moment. Okay. Who are these people? What is going on? These are the questions I asked the first 2 times, but this was the 3rd procedure as I came out of anesthesia. I knew that smell. There was Dr. Greenberg once again. It was all the same as the last 2 times before. I knew why I was laying in that bed, the real reason. My parents, they think there's something seriously wrong with me. They weren't wrong about that. It was serious, but it's not what they thought. I've always had such an amazing relationship with my parents, and I will never forget the feeling of hiding this part of my life with them. They knew I was sick. They didn't know the reasoning behind it, and this was something that came from me being unable to express my feelings. Life has a weird way of working, and I'm thankful that I had the right mindset to wake up that one day after yet another procedure and say to myself it was time for a change. At age 17, no one knew I was gay. The feeling of discomfort was something I felt every morning as I woke up at 6:45 for school. Every day felt like I was going through the motions, acting like someone I'm not. Dealing with this alone in high school, filled with judgmental people, I felt trapped in my own feelings. At 17 years old, not being able to express myself in the way I wanted to led to all those reasons why I was in that hospital bed 3 times. I always felt as if I had no one to turn to. It became something I accepted, but I always wondered, in this world, would there ever be someone who accepted me? Would anyone ever understand this feeling of such unacceptance? Day after day would go by, and I would go home to the place I loved the most. But I would leave school. I had almost felt I had to become a person that I wasn't as I entered my house. I was still me, but I felt as if I was hiding the biggest secret from the 2 people I loved the most in this world. As time went on, senior year came around. I almost felt this way of life was going to be forever. To this day, I will never forget the smell of eggs and turkey bacon as I woke up on a Monday morning. I was feeling good. I was up early, so I got dressed nice that day. Ate breakfast, kissed my mom and dad goodbye. Another day of school was upon us, but today felt a little different. I felt as if I knew I was going to tell everyone something I knew. I didn't know why I woke up that Monday morning with this feeling of such all of a sudden, but I knew it was the day I was going to tell someone I was gay. I didn't know who yet. As 5th period came around, I had 2 periods off, and normally I would catch up on some work, or I would have some time to go get some deli with some friends. But this specific day, the right person at the right place and the right time was there. It was my friend Bree. She was the one person in this school everyone knew she was gay. I always admired her confidence in this sense, and I'm not sure why I never spoke to her about this till this specific Monday. But for me, it was the right day at the right time. To sum things up, that day, Bree became the listening ear I needed, the first person to know me, the real me. From that day on, I felt like a new person who was ready to accept herself, just like Bree did. Being the girl at the school who would say the morning announcements or would put a petition out to get the lunch ladies to keep Toll House cookies instead of Pillsbury, people knew me. Being that girl, they also knew when Sarah wasn't Sarah. People knew something was wrong by my answer, "It's just an off day." Although Bree knew, it was hard for me not be able to express myself to everyone else around me since just one person knew. As I would go home from school that day, the one thought came to my mind that I'd always fall asleep to every single night. How am I ever going to tell my parents? It was a thought that I once knew that I would have to come to terms with, and like I said, I would think about every night as I fell asleep. It ate away at my heart because I felt I was living some sort of double life. My mom was raised by a single mother who went to church every Sunday. My father raised in the way I am, open-minded. Honestly, I can never see myself telling them, but I knew I needed their acceptance to ever be fully happy in this life I've chosen to live. I knew that things with my parents were going to take time. It's one of those things you've never really prepared for in life. I had to learn to adapt to this lifestyle living, but I knew it was only temporary. I wouldn't allow it to be any other way. Ever since that day I spoke to Bree, my confidence was in a place where I wanted to let people the closest to me know. As time went on, almost 3 years of full acceptance within myself, a chilly Friday morning in November came. My dad worked from home that day, and my mom worked all night, so she came home a little later with one question. It almost seemed like she was on a mission to get one answer. She came into the kitchen and said, "Sarah Grace," and when she said Sarah Grace, it meant business. "Do you like girls?" Choking on my words as I thought she was going to say, "How was your day?" I cried, and I said yes. That chilly November morning turned into the beginning of a long road to my parents' acceptance. To speed up this long road, all I have to say now that is after 4 years, I stand here and happily can say I have parents who accept me. If you're listening to this right now, it takes time, but when time takes its toll, great things happen. Like I said earlier, life works in weird ways, and I am thankful to have the right mindset to wake up that one morning after another procedure and say to myself, it's time for a change. I want to be a listening ear and understanding ear to teenagers who are not able to come to terms with the fact of being gay. It's something that internally takes a toll on you if you don't have anyone to turn to. Everyone deserves a person. I believe this because I didn't have a single person to ever turn to, and now I am that person. I'm speaking to all the people out there, all the young teenagers out there who have been in this dark place that I have been. Don't stay in that dark place. Find the light and find the goodness in your heart to know that you deserve a lifelong time of happiness, even if it's with a girl.